Have you ever sat down, with a rare moment to yourself, and felt a wave of anxiety instead of relief? The to-do list screams in your mind. The unread emails pile up in your digital world. You're sitting on the couch, or maybe you're lying in bed, just for an extra 10 minutes. You're not watching this because you're feeling energized. You're here because you're tired. Not just tired, but that deep, bone-weary exhaustion that sleep doesn't seem to fix. And with that exhaustion comes a quiet, nagging voice, doesn't it? The one that whispers, you should be doing more. You're being lazy. The world is quiet, but your mind is screaming. The to-do list is replaying on a loop. Each item a small, sharp jab of guilt. You see others online, celebrating their latest achievement, their morning workout, their perfectly organized life. You pick up your phone to distract yourself, but it only amplifies the feeling. The guilt isn't just a thought, it's a physical weight. It's the tension in your shoulders, the shallow breath, the restless energy that won't let you settle. You desperately need this pause, this moment of nothingness. But you can't enjoy it, because every second you spend recovering feels like a second you are failing. This feeling is exhausting, isn't it? This constant, internal battle between your deep need for rest and the crushing belief that your worth is measured only by what you produce. It's a quiet, personal pain that leaves you more tired than the work you were trying to escape. Let's be clear about something. That voice of guilt is not your own. It's an echo. It's the ghost of a culture that taught us to equate business with worthiness and stillness with failure. You've been conditioned to believe that your value is tied to your output. Remember that project where you pushed through exhaustion, fueled by caffeine and pure willpower. You met the deadline, but what was the cost? You felt hollowed out, irritable, and disconnected from yourself and the people you love. The sense of accomplishment was fleeting, replaced almost instantly by the dread of the next task. That burnout isn't a badge of honor. It's a sign of a system that is broken. It's your body and mind sending a desperate signal that they cannot sustain that pace. The first step to healing this is simple, yet profound. Name the feeling. When that guilt creeps in, gently say to yourself, I am feeling guilty because I was taught that rest is a weakness. By acknowledging its origin, you separate the feeling from your identity. It's not a fundamental truth about you. It's a learned response. You are not lazy. You are Now, let's reframe what rest truly is. Think of a world-class musician. After a powerful performance, they don't immediately start practicing for the next one. They put their instrument down. They allow their fingers to recover, their mind to clear. Their rest is not an absence of activity. It is a vital part of their art. Without it, their hands would cramp, their creativity would wither, and the music would eventually stop. You are no different. Your mind, your creativity, your very spirit is your instrument. Rest is the act of tuning it. It is the deliberate, strategic process of repair and integration. Remember when you were wrestling with a difficult problem and the solution came to you out of nowhere while you were on a walk or in the shower? That wasn't an accident. It was your mind, finally, given the space to connect the dots. Here is your next shift. Schedule your recovery. Treat the rest with the same importance as a meeting. Block out recovery time in your calendar. It doesn't have to be a nap. It could be 15 minutes of staring out a window, listening to a full album without multitasking, or simply sitting in silence. This isn't empty time. This is active recovery. When you truly start to embrace rest, something remarkable happens. The fog begins to lift. The constant low-grade anxiety that has been your companion starts to fade. You return to your work not with a sense of dread, but with a quiet clarity. The ideas flow more easily and the decisions feel more intuitive. You're not just working harder, you're working smarter and more peacefully. Think of a friend who finally took a real vacation, truly unplugged, no emails, no calls. They came back different, didn't they? It wasn't just that their skin was sun-kissed. Their perspective had shifted. They realized what was truly important and what was just noise. That is the gift of recovery. It's not about escaping your life. It's about creating the space to find your way back to it. By stepping away from the chaos, you allow your inner wisdom to surface. This leads to a crucial practice, the intentional unplug. For 1 hour, put your devices in another room. No screens, no podcasts, no external input. Just be with yourself. Notice the silence. Notice what thoughts arise. You are now standing at a threshold. Behind you is the noise, the pressure, the myth that you must earn your peace. Ahead of you is a quieter, more sustainable path. A path where rest is not a reward you must fight for, but a right you gently claim. Your energy is not an infinite resource to be plundered. It is a precious, vital current that needs to be renewed. Permitting yourself to be still is the ultimate act of self. It is the foundation upon which all your strength, creativity, and compassion are built. It is you, looking at your tired self with kindness and saying, "You have done enough for now. It is time to come home." Let the world rush on. Let the noise continue. You have found your anchor in the quiet art of recovery. You are not falling behind. You are planting roots. You are not resting to do more. You are resting to be more.